look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know? Don't judge me. I just wish you knew. That's just like you. I miss you as I need you. I want you. I think you're really cool. Yeah, that's what I said. You break it, you bought it. I miss you as I need you. I want you. I know life ain't always fair. I still feel.
Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl tried to be on here at 8 o'clock. I couldn't be here at 8 o'clock, but we got some stuff to talk about, okay? If you're watching the replay, thank you for coming back and checking out the replay. I will try to put the timestamps down in the description box so you can get to the parts you want to get to. Everything that I talk about will be leaked in the description box, okay? So hopefully everyone is doing well. And if you got the notification, thank you, YouTube, for doing your job. Be a boss, not a bossy bitch. Okay, Glitter Glaze, I see you. Hopefully you came back. K-Mac, what's up? Danielle, yes. Caroline, Natural Green Eyes. Chillax and Sandra, yes. It must be a Christmas miracle. Kiki, hey girl. Brett, what's up, baby? Shay, hey. In and over glow, okay. Vista and Babs. Vista and Babs, hey. Okay. Let's see, who did I miss? Sandra, Angela Driver. Anybody coming in after that, what's up? Come on in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much. So y'all know your girl don't be holding y'all up, wasting y'all time. We get straight to it. Hey, Pamela. Pamela. I think that's how we say it. I like that. So let's get right to it. Because, you know, sometimes people be being all day trying to get to the get down and clickbait. You know, we don't clickbait over here. Okay? Let me get me some. I should have had wine. That's probably what I should have had, but I don't have any wine. That is coffee. Okay. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I appreciate you. Hey, Nurse Mo. Hi, Monique. Welcome. Okay. Sandra. Hey, there go my girl. Angelia in the house. Blessed I am. Hello. Cassie. Hello. Nurse Mo. Okay. So we don't clickbait over here. What you see in the title, and I couldn't put all the stuff we're going to talk about, but young Dolph, even though he's passed on, business is business, and I want you guys' opinion on this. So I didn't remember. I remember the video, but I didn't remember who was involved with it. Okay, so hold on. Do you guys remember this video of the young woman in the army who was twerking, okay? And young Dolph apparently, without her permission, took her video and used it as a promo for one of his songs, okay? Queen of the mute. Queen of the mute. I swear to God. And I've been doing good the last couple of days. Give me my props. Give me my props, y'all. I haven't hit the mute on y'all in a minute. Can I get my props? Oh my God. Listen. But I hadn't did it in a minute. Thank you. But girl, starting with the mess already. Do y'all remember this video, right? Okay. So this video when I know, here we go. I know. Y'all let me live. I was doing really good, okay? I was doing really good. But this young lady in the army, okay, young Dolph put her twerking video while she was in the army over one of his songs. And, she went and sued him. So let's talk about the judgment. And this was over a year ago. I had forgot about this. Hey, I don't want to use the name Don, Core Digital, Kashan. Hey, y'all. Hold on. Let me share the screen. AJ has made it. Girl, I was doing really good with this mute. This is disappointing me. And if y'all saw me kind of doing good. Don't let that deter you. I'm doing better. So, the twerking soldier pursues, okay, she's moving forward with her, business is business. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. It says the twerking soldier pursues judgment against young Dolph after his death. Akeisha Norris, a former Army sergeant, is seeking a default judgment in an emotional distress lawsuit against the late young Dolph. Young Dolph's death hasn't stopped her from pursuing money from him in court, okay? According to court documents obtained by for a default judgment in her lawsuit against the rapper on Monday. Last year, she sued him, okay, for privacy, appropriation of likeness, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. He shared her video of twerking to one of his songs in 2018. Norris, a former Army sergeant, initially asked the court to render a default judgment in a filing on November 7th. Young Dolph was shot and killed in Memphis on November 17th. Less than 2 weeks after Young Dolph's murder, Norris proceeded with her case. She wants the court to determine the amount of money she will be rewarded in addition to legal costs, interest, and attorney fees. And that there is where you see emotion, okay? So, she's like, I've already had this case in place. Unfortunately, the young man has passed, but even still, business is business at the end of the day. So, she's accused Dolph of causing her distress when he posted a video of her twerking in her uniform on his Instagram account. She said the clip made its way to her superiors at the Army's National Guard, who disciplined her and eventually led to her relieved of her duty as sergeant. In the lawsuit, she claims that the chain of events led to a mental breakdown. She claims to have suffered PTSD after young Dolph humiliated her by reposting the footage without her consent. Norris filed the suit in Georgia District Court. Judge Michael L. Brown is presiding over the case. Okay?
Marvin in the Bentley smoking more.
Okay? So, here's my thing that I want to ask y'all. Is business business since it was already a court case going down? Is business business? And yes, that's the other part. She put it on a public platform. Okay? You posted it in the public's eye. Access to the public. Should he have reached out to her and said, do you mind if I share your video, put my music to it? You know, I don't know. It wasn't copyrighted to begin with. I personally feel business is business, though I understand the circumstances. That's just me. Whether she win or not, I don't know. But if she had already went through the process of doing all her paperwork, she might as well see it through. Let's see. It was on Instagram. It was already on Instagram. This wasn't a private post. So he shared a public post. She put it up. I see some of y'all comments. If she didn't want to share, she shouldn't have posted. I was thinking the same thing. I get what she's saying, but she posted it on the public forum. Yeah. Infliction. And here's another question. I'm not in the army. I don't know. Some people are saying that she got something else got her fired. A lot of people in the comments, I can't remember where I seen it, they were saying that the army don't just throw you out. You got to have done something serious. They would have reprimanded her, lowered her, but they wouldn't have discharged her. So again, no one knows exactly what happened, but you know, business is business to me. However, you know, someone says, you know, let that go. Hey, Mary Blue, chillaxing. A lawsuit doesn't end because someone dies. I agree. If she posted it publicly, though, you know, yeah, that's my whole thing. You knew you were in the army, okay? You knew you was in the army, you know. But I don't believe business stops because you pass on. It's a lot of estates that sued and the person is passed on. But you know, a lot of people in the army do post stuff. Okay, you don't wear your uniform, you don't wear your badge, okay? Okay. She was wrong for checking in her uniform. Welcome, y'all. Respectfully, she's a sister in the military, which means she has different standards. Right. You're not yeah, certain things you don't do in your uniform, okay? Let me come up here. She wasn't famous. If he wasn't famous, she wouldn't have sued. The judge needs to throw it out. Okay. I'm sure the video was... Yeah, the video shared thousands, child. He used it to promote one of his things. So, it's kind of like a divide. Hey, Deborah. Hey, darling. So, it's kind of a divide between us all. It's kind of like 50-50. Business is business. You shouldn't have posted it. So there's no right or wrong answers in the comment. Nobody's like, oh my God, we're not arguing over it. We're just feeling, you know, we're just giving our opinion on what would you do, what do you think. Personally, business is business to me. If you can win your case, win your case. I don't think death absolves you of any business to some degree. Like, you can't pay your car note. Okay, you're passed on. I don't know. This is a mess. This is unfortunate. And I think she's going to receive, if she thinks she's under stress and PTSD, the people that love him, care about him, that know her, and I really honestly, if y'all can find it, I couldn't find a verifiable picture of this young lady. And I'm thinking she might just be had now because she know people going to feel, hey, woo child. People going to feel away about her suing his estate and he's passed on. Again, let's see. Whatever happened to her is because of her. Take ownership. Right. You posted it online. You know, but I mean, you got to see it through. It's your money. You don't want to waste it. So, right. She going to say, I posted it on Instagram. Even if her page was private, nothing on social media is private. Because there's always somebody on your page that's going to screen record off your page and repost it. You didn't want it seen. It shouldn't have hit the internet. That's me. You know, let's see. No, it's wrong that he posted to us. He was following. If I post something to 200 followers, then that's just amongst my folks. But the post me to me is a problem. And I agree. And at the end of the day, that's morally correct. That's just not how it works on social media in the public. Like, it's people who have their, she will not win. People that have their Facebook. You know, Facebook, some people have their Facebook page really intimate. Hey, Layla, if I didn't speak to you, please forgive me. Kiki, hey, my Mimi twin. And there are people who have posted their children and have seen it shared because someone was like, oh, cute baby, right? And a total stranger on your friends list. Now, and people may say, well, why are you letting people that's a stranger on your friends list? You got to remember, this is just my opinion about social media. It's to be social. It's a lot of people that request me. I have no idea who they are. I kind of look at their page and I let them on my page. However, I don't share pictures of their family at all, ever. To me, that's like an unspoken rule. But again, Facebook got the this share option there. So it's sort of like moral judgment. Hey, Kashan. Let's see. She called stress by violating her code, okay? Yeah. J&L Chronicles. Hey, girl. Hey, family. Once it's on the internet, it's going to be shared. Yes. What's up, everybody? If I missed y'all, hello. Hello. Woo cha in the noble glow. Hello. If that's the case, none of whoever, right? And that's unrealistic. She will not win. Yeah. Now, after that, if I'm dead, it's whatever I owe you. Right. If she knew better, she would have did better. Some of them know better, but they don't care and they don't think. You know what I'm saying? She probably knew she shouldn't have did it, but she probably just in the army posting anything of a twerking nature. Because there's a lot of TikTok and Instagram with people showing themselves in the army, little fun videos, but yeah. Yeah, and she posted it on her own. He didn't like come after. It was on her page. And supposedly she knew of him. They weren't like dating or anything, but she knew of him. So perhaps they had spoken before, you know. Just a mess. Yeah. Hey, bring the mess, Teresa, Craig, Teresa Phillips. Hey, Too Tall. Hey. Universal, hey, what's up, Universal Marie? Hey, girl. She wanted clout and she got it. Yeah, okay. There she go. But again, this man has passed on. He is loved by a lot of people. They may not take too kindly to her doing this, you know, even though she's within her right. Legally, she's not doing anything wrong, but it's the moral factor. But I'm going to stand by what I said. Business is business. If you already started the lawsuit before he passed on, I say she should see it through and let the chips fall where they may. If it were me, would I back down and close out my case? I can't answer that because I don't know. You know, so yeah. At one time I was in the Air Force. I was at one time an Air Force wife. Thankfully, I'm old and with social media. Yeah, I guarantee I never chirp. Hey, Laurel. Yeah. Hey, 901 Don. Official D-Spot. Hey, thank you for showing up. She wants money. Yeah, she do. She said it. She want all her. She did. She wasn't shy about saying she want the money. She definitely said that. Hey, Laura. Hey, girl. So that's that. I just wanted to put that out there. She said weirdo vibes. Hey, KNT. Hey, Not Fadeable. If I missed anyone, charge it to my head, not my heart. I may miss you, but I see you. Even though I missed you, thank you so much for being here. Dawn, let's see. Hey, you. Hey, XX, my NXX804. How much was she going for? It didn't say. But she wants her lawyer fees paid and pain and suffering, and I'm gonna say over 200,000. I'm just throwing a number out there. It didn't say. At least I didn't see it. She says I wouldn't have sued in the first place to begin with when I did it publicly. That's what I'm thinking. Like when I post stuff online, I know I didn't copyright it. It is what it is. I don't want certain things to be shared, but I put it online. So what can I say? And she gonna get discharged. Listen, I really believe people gonna come for her for social media. I do. That's what everyone needs to know what their job rules are for social media to make sure Their personal media has no zero connection to work, so that the First Amendment is protected. True, 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 true. Okay, moving on to the next story, you guys. Let's get into Kevin Gates. I found this story quite interesting, okay? Hold on, let me get out of here. And let me share this. So it's the holidays, and I bring it up simply because it is the holiday. Let me add here. And it kind of made sense. And I want y'all opinion on it. Hey, Tribal Lotus Flower, tell me, did it make sense? Fun to be blind. Hey, y'all. Hold on. Share screen. Listen to what Kevin Gates had to say. What's she doing? Oh, okay. All right. Let's listen to this really quick. Let me put myself on mute. I know. Don't do it. I know I did not have the audacity to freeze up. Oh, because the devil is all the liars. Hey, Avoidable Owl, Teresa Craig. Hold on. Hey, V.
Motherfucker just asked me why I wasn't passing out turkeys. Let's think logically. If I go out here and pass out a bunch of uncooked turkeys, where are they gonna cook them? I'll wait.
Yeah, don't forget to take that mute off, because y'all know I was about to start talking. I did it! That damn mute. Okay. She said everything in her mama name. So, okay. What's the scripture or the old saying? You teach a man how to fish and he'll eat forever, right? So Kevin Gates said he's not going to pass out uncooked turkeys simply because they don't have any place to cook them. I get that. I feel that. We want to help homeless people. But why wouldn't you? This just me, and I'm assuming, I'm not in his bank, but I'm assuming he has. Yeah, girl, you know I had hit that mute. I'm assuming that man could have gave out some rotisserie chickens maybe from Walmart, some pre-cooked turkeys, and maybe some bread, just so they could make some quick sandwiches. Again, it was other ways around it. However, when it comes down to helping the homeless, we always say, thank you. Hold on, you got to get out of my chat. Let me block you and be blessed. Okay, you got to go. Because you spam. Where did you go right here? It's not his place to decide. Just bless people and go. But in the same breath, I've seen people who have gotten food and literally couldn't do nothing with it. They just didn't have nobody that would let them in the house. Some people didn't even have a homeless shelter to go to because they were full. So I see both sides of the coin, but I feel as a man of his stature, exactly, you could have got cooked food or donated money to somewhere where they could have cooked. Again, you don't have to. I'm not acting like the holidays I feed the needy. I help throughout the year as I can, but you're in a position where an alternative could have been done. Again, just my opinion, ain't telling that man what to do, but I think I would not have got online and said, well, how they gonna cook it? I'll wait. How about you cook it for him? Not him, but get some chefs and say, hey, y'all whip up some chickens and some turkeys, provide bread. Everybody don't have to have cornbread dressing and collard greens. They might just need the turkey cooked. They need loaves of bread. Food that can hold them 2-3 days. It could have been a better way. And I was only thinking about that because you do have we here at Christmas. And I hate that we always tend to want to feed the needy at major holidays. The needy hungry all year. Okay? Yeah. He could have just cooked the meals. People are hungry all year. I don't just wait until Christmas to decide to do a good deed. I try to do them, T-R-Y, because I won't act like, but I try to do them all year round. But if I was in a position as him, they would have had some cooked food, because I like the train of thought. That's fair. How they supposed to cook them? True, I get it. Where they gonna cook them? I got it. You need. Listen, I'm just saying. Sometimes you can't get all the trimmings, but we want the trimmings. Okay, just pass it out. My ex-brother-in-law feed the homeless every day. They get paid through the mayor. Yeah. Everybody's struggling right now. Somebody could have cooked that food. However, again, his choice is money. I heard it. Okay. I heard both sides of it, Here's another one for me. When we pass out, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. If you haven't, hey Brittany. Could have went to an Indian master, passed out meals already. Right. He could have went to Boston Market, any restaurant, and said, here's 10,000 cash. Cover how many families can eat off of that. How many meals you can pass out. It was just other ways. I felt that it was a little, mean, in my opinion. Right, what is the word? Where'd she go, Kiki? Came off as a little crass to me. Okay. Hi, hey you. So being a cheapskate, So yeah, and the Dollar Tree. Yes, the Dollar Tree has meat, bread, mayonnaise, orange juice, cheese, chicken. They could have got their own meal with just a couple of dollars. You could have gave them truly $25, and they could have got some food. So I'm not gonna harp on that. Again, this isn't me trying to drag him. I just wanted to get y'all opinion on what about so what he said makes sense, but I wasn't thinking about him doing something else. Yeah, right. So that was my thought. It made sense. You give a raw chicken to a man that live in a tent. What can he do with it? I just felt he could have cooked it or something like that. Oh yeah, I love the sarcasm. You girl, we sarcastic. We talk our shit over here, baby. Yes. I feel like he doesn't have to do anything. Hey, welcome, love, Rika. Hold on, I don't see his point in saying that if he wasn't going to do anything. Yeah, I like Kevin Gates as well, but I didn't, I just felt like, I didn't really, so just do nothing. He could have just did nothing. Nobody's obligated. We're not obligated to help out anyone. So I'm not trying to push that he better had mandatory, but I feel, why bring it up? Why even bring the subject up? That's kind of hurtful maybe to someone who is homeless, I don't know. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Right. They would have found a way. I would have personally I would have passed him out anyway. And like she said, let you do you, okay? Okay. Hey Shandy, hey girl. Never block your blessings, right? Right. He did just nothing. And it's not, he's not responsible for the homeless, but don't be homeless around Kevin Gates. Yes. You said sarcastic. You think he was being sarcastic? Maybe. But supposedly he didn't pass out a drop of nothing. Okay, let me get you out of my chat too. You're being blocked left and right. Okay. PSA, struggling, homeless. He don't got nothing for you. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. So let's move on because I got a lot to cover and I want to get us going. This here article, y'all, It's the viciousness of it. First of all, the thought of rabies shot has me shook. Who a nurse in here? Somebody told me rabies shots are a series of like 100 shots over several days or something, 200 shots, something along those lines, right? So the young lady here, Donna, okay, go Donna, bless her heart, minding her business, okay, not bothering nobody, just outside putting up her Christmas trees. On the 5th, she says, I'm ready to lose it. 3 hours in the weight room to get my second series of shots. And she's not even back there yet. On the 3rd, she said, to continue the story, I did go to the ER. And I'm on the rabies series of shots and tetanus. Animal control reached out to her. She couldn't find a raccoon. But I think and hope he went somewhere to die. Child, look at this story here. Woo, child. I just feel so bad for this lady, y'all. Oh, my God. She said, this past Wednesday around 4, I was putting some lights around the bushes of her front home. She heard a strange noise coming up the street. I turned around to see what it was, and it was a huge raccoon about 10 feet away. Before she could do anything, it jumped at her. This woman says the worst nightmare of her life. Both me and the raccoon was screaming so loud. Y'all, I'm not laughing at this woman. It's the visual of her and this raccoon in a death grip, and both of them screaming is taking me out, okay? As I was screaming for help, he fell off my arm but jumped right back on me and continued to attack. And somehow, after tumbling on the ground, I got him in a headlock. And he wouldn't let go. And I wouldn't let go. As he was biting me, I could hear bones breaking in his neck. She threw the death grip on his ass, okay? He finally stopped screaming, so I got off of him. He got up and walked away. Can you believe it? I really thought I was going to die. It's been a rough couple of days. But a weekend with my girlfriends is going to help take the pain away. Well, y'all look at her. Look at what the fuck is... Listen, I'm not laughing at this woman, but baby, the way she honey, that raccoon got her ass together. Oh, God, Lord Jesus. He was on her ass, but she was on that ass, too. You understand me? Child. She said she threw him in a headlock. They screaming, she screaming. The shit has me, look, bit off through her. Look, and she had on a little thick. I see clothes don't help. Wow. He was trying to eat her ass on up. Girl, fuck Christmas and fuck them trees. Do you hear me? I would have threw all that shit in the trash and burnt down the bush and got my pistol and shot everything moving on 4 legs, okay? I would have lost it. Do you understand me? Everything moving. Cats, cows, chickens, the birds, all of it would have been took the hell out. That raccoon beat her the fuck up. Fix it, Jesus. Okay? They both woke up and choose violence. Do you understand me? She was like, I got him in a headlock. I heard his bones crunching. She had a death grip. Baby, the pistolas would have came out on that ass. You would have had to get the pistolas of life. Are y'all looking? Like, let's just really examine her ass. She fucked up. Oh, Lord, to mercy. It's the mercy. He was, girl, that's probably when she had the little fucker in the headlock. And he biting through her. Oh, my God. Fix it, Jesus. She holding the arms up like, see? Baby, we see. I promise you we see. You understand? Everything got to get shot. They would have came out like, she out here shooting everybody. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I can't. I can't. She is a female crocodile Dundee. Oh, how does the raccoon look? She said she heard bones crunching in his neck. So he probably limped off, and I'm sure he did. He probably in the bush. Okay? I wish I had that meme the Plainest Jane had when she said go in the bush and cry. That little raccoon is in the motherfucking bush. You understand me? Crying and dead as hell because you're the bones crunching. Tyson Holyfield. Y'all, I just was like, she needs to sue the raccoon. The thought of it. Like, she said, she said she was screaming and the raccoon was screaming. All I could hear was, ah! Ah! Baby! Oh my God. Y'all, I'm not going to play with y'all. We not going to do this. Okay? Because we going to move on. All right? We going to move on because it's too much. Okay? It's too much. And I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not going to play with y'all at all. Honey, no ma'am. Yeah, we got to sue the raccoon, okay? Why didn't she play dead? Baby, I don't think playing dead work on raccoons. They not dogs. I think it doesn't matter if you play dead. They gonna eat you. Honey, it's a whole Lifetime movie that I'm willing to pay a little bit of money, okay? A little bit of money to see. All right? That's all I'm gonna speak on that. Now, a little controversy. Okay? And I'm feeling some kind of way because it was an artistic photo. But even at the end of the day, okay, artistic pictures in society will still be construed in a fucked up way. Okay? This actress, she's a Ghana actress. She's going to go to prison. Okay, I believe they're giving her 90 days in prison because she did an artistic photo with her son. Her son was where she was naked and she was, I believe the picture is here. It doesn't show any of her privates. Not sure. Hold on. Baby, Pet Cemetery all day. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake your dog up, okay? But baby, that raccoon, mother to the fuck up. You hear me? Come on, don't freeze, child. I'm trying to get through this news because it's a lot to talk about. I had a lot to say. Okay? So, the headline, of course, it reads really perverted. You know, anybody, you know, like, oh my God, you knew. But I do want honest opinions, okay? We can respectfully agree to disagree. But I've seen celebrities take pictures that have raised eyebrows before and none of them went to jail. Okay, so this was the picture that's got her going to jail. Okay, it's an artistic photo. The caption was I love you and God is with you. You always know. Be good till mommy comes back. God is always in control. It's the picture has set the internet afire. Okay. Right. Just hilarious. She didn't go to jail, but people dragged her too. So let me scroll down. Hold on. Oh, what did I do here? Y'all, what did I do? Oh, hold on. Let me scroll down. Get out of there, cat! Sick of your ass. I love you though. Fuck you up. Okay. Polu, who's 32, she snapped a picture of herself nude while facing her son on social media. This happened in June 2020, okay, prompting Ghana officials to charge her with domestic violence and posting obscene material. The court is bothered with posting nude photos on social media. There is no doubt that apart from the canker of rape, defilement, physical assault, the publication of obscene materials is on the increase. Judge Christina Can ruled, okay, that a harsh sentence will serve as a deterrent. They sentenced her to 3 months, but she did appeal, okay? I've seen a lot of Americans, that's facts, Cardi B, a lot of Americans did photo shoots like that. Though it's not my style, I don't think she should be going for sexual I don't think she was going for a sexual idea, more of a natural idea. I agree personally. Let me know in the comments if you agree. I think jail is a bit harsh, okay? Maybe social media probation or some community service, okay? It says on Wednesday, she did an appeal, but they said they're going to uphold the sentence, that it wasn't excessive. The court will not interfere, and therefore the appeal is dismissed. I've seen a lot of Americans do this, okay? So this is the young lady here. She will be away from her child for 90 days. So do you guys think that she deserves jail? Definitely. There have been breastfeeding pictures, artistically done, okay? And you know, I do think jail is too much. I think jail is too much. Kiva, don't let your cats activate the raccoon spirit. Why you playing? I don't want my cat to come and attack me. Sorry, kitty, I love you, cause baby, my cat will come. Hey, and welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Okay. Why be naked? Anybody can do that. What's the purpose of the message? Right. She didn't state the purpose. I still, in my opinion, believe it's just nature. She was naked when she had him. And tell me if you think I'm reaching. This is my opinion. I think it was to show I birthed you naked. You've become my young little boy. Flesh in my flesh type of thing. I don't know. The words, I might not be formulating it right, but I don't think she was at like naked, like here's my vagina and my you feel me? So yeah. Oh yeah, AJ, I'm glad you said that because I didn't get an email for when we were going to do it. I thought we were doing it today. Okay, so if I was supposed to do it today, I didn't get the email and I'm sad, but definitely I will be over there. Stacy says please stop posting. Who do you want to stop posting, honey? I'm not sure. People say it don't look right, okay? And I don't understand why Americans do it. People are so sick. Less than smart decision on her. Yeah, not the best decision. He could get teased when he's older. Yeah. It could backfire. They don't think this lady's son, right? You know, not intentionally. Just I agree with that. You know, but it's not worth jail. She should have worn more clothes, right? Jail time. It doesn't look like it had, right? Definitely didn't give me pedophile vibes. But people, you know, the first thing people man go to, oh, she's a pedophile. Nobody, everything is sexualized, but you know, but people don't see the artistry. That's fair. Yeah. Jail is too much. Yeah. Okay. Jail is too harsh. Jail maybe therapy. What would her I'm curious. What would her therapy be for? Do you feel she is a bad person in your opinion? Or do you feel therapy just because she thought this was a good idea? Because we see a lot of people do dumb shit. But I am curious about the therapy. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think she needs therapy. But I am curious as to why you think. Not at all. Jealous too much. The system. Yeah, to me, you're wasting not 90 days. She doesn't need to be. Why she gonna be away from her son? And black women are baby. That ain't even a conversation we about to have, but that's a conversation right there. They definitely get reprimanded harder. Yes. Girl, that cat can go straight to hell. You hear me? Yeah. So it's a lot of mixed. He had on underwear. Yes, he had on his underwear. But I think because he is a child, he needed on his underwear. Okay? That's just, again, I love all the different dialogues going with the topic. So I do appreciate that. The comments, bomb. Okay? She says, personally for me, it's a no. You can find other ways to be artistic. As for the punishment, it's excessive, but I'm my country, so I can't police the laws. Right. Welcome, Miss Coco. Thank you for coming. She says, I think we think it's inappropriate because he's bigger kid. They mostly do that with infants. That's true. You do see a lot of infants. Okay. Love the dialogue. Thank you guys for chiming in and giving me all y'all opinions and y'all being like respectful in the chat. And we just going, for all we know, she may have been getting out the shower, telling her son bye, and daddy snapped the pic. Sir, that was definitely not. But I get what you're saying. And even still, you know, she wanted it to be seen. She did it on purpose. She put it online. I'm thinking, you know the country that you live in, though. You should know that they're really, their rules, they don't play like over in certain countries. They don't do. You can't do a lot of stuff on social media. Like, they don't play. Right, girl, a mess. I wouldn't do it. My kids, but my kids have seen me naked, scared the shit out of them. Listen, my son was gouging his ass out. I think he was 2. Come busting in the bathroom on me. Sir, don't act like I just killed you. We all make mistakes, growth. Yeah, I definitely just think the dad, it's a woman. It's a woman judge got her locked up. Love, laugh, and log. She says it's a disgusting photo. She hates it. Okay, that's the first person that said they hate it. A lot of people say it's just in poor taste. She should have gave it more thought. Right, that was what I was saying. Considering the country she's in, definitely I would have given it more thought. Even if she was fully clothed, her son in underwear should have not been taken and put online. Okay, she didn't post no one with no. Right, know your country. Yeah, know your country. I appreciate y'all really came through with the comments. Yeah, so she's on her way to do that hot 90, hot 3 months. Yeah, she's got to go. What do you think about? So this isn't to incite conversation on should you get vaccinated, should you not, right? Okay. However, people and their children, Disney said, in order for you to get on their cruise, you have to show that your child is vaccinated. And you know, a lot of people, when I saw that, they were extremely upset. A lot of people in the comments were like, you know, what I choose for me is what I choose for me. I'm not ready to vaccinate my child. But Disney said if you're gonna hop on board their shit, you have to be vaccinated. This is because the cruise ship, let me see if I can play that. A cruise ship just came back and everyone damn near had COVID, okay? Let me see if I can play that. Me personally, how do y'all feel about cruises? I would never in my life take a cruise considering we're in a pandemic, okay? Absolutely. Let's play this video.
Who confirmed to me that 6 people were confirmed to have tested positive for COVID-19. 4 of those people were vaccinated and 2 were unvaccinated minors.
So this was on the Royal Caribbean. You have to be vaccinated in order to go on the cruise. So those who got COVID, it was the breakthrough COVID. I'm assuming symptoms must not have been that bad, but their contact tracing. Y'all, this just
their close
a mess.
Contacts were notified and quarantined, as were they. I never had to quarantine, and neither did most of the other passengers on board. I never felt unsafe. I was appreciative of the protocol that was in place. There were social distancing markers on the floor in many areas. There was hand sanitizer readily available, hand washing stations in the dining area.
So, you know, sir, put in the comments, are there any places you just won't go to or visit due to the pandemic? For me, a cruise is going to be an absolute no-no. Unless it's a cruise with 20 people, period. Okay? So we got all the space and room. I don't really think a cruise is the one thing. I'm barely up for a flight. And I really want to take a flight. My birthday coming up. Some of my girlfriends want to go somewhere. I'm iffy on a flight, but I do want to go on a flight. I think the cruises are like just the worst ones to go. She's a petri dish, right? And I love cruise. Yes, you had to be. Yes, they did. They were tested. The whole 9. Yep, they all were tested. So they're also trying to figure out, because some of them got the Omicron one, okay? They got the new one, okay, the Omicron. So they trying to figure out who bought the Omicron. Girl, it's just a mess. But, you know, a lot of people were just upset that they're going to be making the children be vaccinated in order to get on their cruise. And some people said they'll never take a Disney cruise again. So, you know, definitely right. Gotta get this. I gotta get this flight going. Okay. I'm not too keen on this cruise. So that was just interesting that they're getting this cruise stuff together. Now let's talk about, because the holidays is here. This is a good conversation. Let's talk about this family. They was awarded $301 billion. They ain't gonna never see that money, right? They ain't gonna never see it. But it was awarded to them, and hell, you never know. They might get some money every year. You never know. But let's talk about why they got this money, okay? George awards family $301 billion in a trial against a Texas bar, okay? Let me see if it applies.
Flossing for removing plaque and improving gum health. So upgrade your oral care with the world's first flossing toothbrush. Go online or ask your dental professional about Waterpik Sonic Fusion.
And awarded over $300 billion by a jury. It centered around an accident that claimed the lives of 3 people. Back on November of 2017, that 59-year-old Tamara K. Kindred and her 16-year-old granddaughter, Ojinta May Anderson, were going down Castores when a car ran a red light on SPID and hit them. Tamara and her granddaughter were killed, as was the at-fault driver, 29-year-old Joshua Del Bosque. Police say Del Bosque's blood alcohol level was more than 3 times the legal limit at the time of the crash. The family of Tamara and her granddaughter sued Beer Bellies, a former bar here in Corpus Christi. Investigators determined that Del Bosque's was overserved. In a statement from the lawyers, the family says they don't expect to receive a single dollar from Beer Bellies, but the purpose of the lawsuit is to remind people of, quote, the horrific cost of drunk driving, end quote.
You're used to doing.
So what do you think about that? They sued the bar, okay? They sued the bar that sold that woman all those drinks, okay? Where was the other one? Hold up. They sued the bar and there is some laws or something that the bartenders have to pay attention to how much they're serving you, the whole 9. And like she said, they know they're not going to get this money. Okay, and they may start getting maybe 50,000 here, 20,000 there, but they'll never see that money. But she wanted it to be a lesson about not doing your job. When I was taking a class about the bar, it was like they were asking questions. Who was I finna drive for? Go Puff? I think it was Go Puff, and we deliver liquor. And they were like, it was a hard little test. Blood alcohol count level. If they come to the door and they look drunk to me, do I make the delivery? You know, it was a mess. Okay? I wish black folks would do this right. And here's another one. Speaking of setting examples, Bentley's Law. Have y'all heard of Bentley's Law? They're trying to bring Bentley's Law in to hold drunk drivers accountable. Look at this, y'all.
It is going to teach them, you know, it's going to teach them to never do this again.
A Bonne Terre grandmother who lost 3 loved ones in a crash caused by a suspected drunk driver is turning her pain into purpose. She wants drunk drivers to pay child support if they kill a parent.
And she tells News 4's Russell Kinsall that Missouri lawmakers are buying into that idea.
The main aspect of Bentley's Law is financial responsibility by the offender.
Cecilia Williams has found a novel way to combat the tragic consequences of drinking and driving. In April, her son Cordell Williams, his fiancée Lacey Newton, and their 4-month-old son Cordell II were killed in a crash on Highway 30. Their car was rear-ended, pushed off the road, and burst into flames after hitting a tree.
Right, yeah. You need to sit back and be quiet, remember?
Williams is now raising their 2 other children. That's 3-year-old Mason in the back seat. David Thurby is facing multiple charges for allegedly causing the crash. His blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. Williams is pushing for passage of Bentley's Law, named after her 5-year-old grandson. It would require drunk drivers who cause an accident that kills a parent to pay child support to their children till they turn 18.
They deserve to, get that compensation, because you're talking about raising children that the parents are no longer here.
State Representative Mike Henderson of Bonne Terre is drafting the Bentley's Law bill. He'll introduce it in the next legislative session.
I do firmly believe that these people who are driving drunk and take away the parents of these children, there's got to be some help for these children. It comes down to that.
Williams believes that drunk drivers who are making monthly child support payments will think twice before drinking and getting behind the wheel again.
It is going to teach them, it's going to teach them to never do this again.
Williams' idea is catching on elsewhere. A lawmaker in Tennessee also plans on filing a Bentley's Law bill next year.
My goal to make Bentley's Law nationwide.
And hopefully help other children grieving the loss of a parent, or possibly prevent other tragedies. Russell Kinsall, News 4.
As Russell mentioned, David Thurby is facing charges in that deadly crash. Thurby admitted to police that he'd consumed 7 shots of Crown Royal prior to rear-ending the family back in April. He's expected to go on trial in Jefferson County on January 3rd.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let me tell you. I like it, okay? Now, I like it, and I understand. Somebody put in the comments something about how do you pick the dollar amount. I'm thinking now, if once they get out of jail, there'll be something in place. Because prison, when you come home from prison, from my understanding, you have like more help securing a job, right? So they would get a job somewhere, wherever, and I guess they would calculate based off of what they earned. So if the drunk driver, they hit your child and killed, because all her family is dead. If you make $10 an hour, she gonna get whatever whatever she can get. I find it extremely interesting. Hello to everybody new that just came in here. I'm down with it personally. I think it sends a message. If you drunk, you shouldn't drive. It's like you can't get around it. There isn't well, what if they're low income? You were drunk and driving. It didn't change that you were low income. If they're rich, this was really interesting. I thought it was good conversation. Good idea. How do they pay from jail? I'm assuming, Britt, they're not going to be. Now, they could, because you can get work release. Not work release, well, you can. But they work in jail. They give them little odd jobs. They make like $1 an hour or some shit. And they could send that out to the families the whole time they're in jail and make them work. I've heard of that happening. But while they're in jail, they just probably wouldn't pay if that doesn't happen. So, I'm not mad at this. I wonder how would they decide to award. I'm assuming they'll figure it out. Maybe per child. She got the newborn baby passed. They got the son. I don't know, but it's literally no reason to drunk and drive. And think about this. A lot of people ride and drunk driving. Half of them don't have insurance. It's easy to say insurance will cover it. If you don't have car insurance, the plate be bold. Let's just keep it all the way real. Bold plate, that's expired. No insurance. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be sued, I'm sure. Then you're going to owe. They make furniture in prison. Yes, it's a lot of stuff they can do. So, yeah. Not sure. I just found that to be a good interesting. Call a friend. And Teresa, do you know it's some people who out here with no friends, they can't call nobody because they burnt all their bridges? Some places do offer free Ubers and some don't. It's not mandatory for the free Ubers and Lyfts. So it's a whole, just don't drink and drive. If you're going to drink, get drunk, If you can't go with nobody, then you need to sit there and drink it off. I don't know. I mean, let it wear off. One moment. So, yeah. I'm getting home no matter what. Yeah. 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 And you know what also? Let me say this. Drink at home if you burn bridges. I had a friend who used to smoke weed and would be really fucked up. James, because I'm not sure who you are, but hello. Let me give you the attention you need. Who is Key Glock? RP to Key Glock, because you didn't put it in the chat twice. Is they famous? Is that a loved one? Who is that person to you? RIP to them. And hello and welcome to the chat. You know, I like Bentley's Law. I'm here for it. I don't know how they're gonna put it together, but I'm here for Bentley's Law. Okay? So, you know, yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Smoking weed. I know a lot of people love weed. They say weed don't kill. That was Dolph's boy. Okay. RP to Dolph's boy. I don't know who he is. Thank you. Thank you for putting him up there, because yes, we was talking about young Dolph. RIP to him. I don't think you should drive high for weed. That's my opinion, and I don't ride with my friends. I don't know if he died. Did he die? I don't know. So maybe he did pass away. I don't watch the news like that for rappers. I just saw that about him being sued and found it interesting. It's a baby. It's a girl. I don't ride with people that's half marijuana. Because a couple of people that I know half marijuana, they got sleepy, they was silly, you know. I'm like, you're not finna get behind the wheel. So I don't think you should be intoxicated in any form and drive. That's just me, you know. But some people like, it's just weed. I don't believe it's just weed. If it makes you silly, sleepy, you know, giddy, intoxicated, stop trying to drive a fucking vehicle. That's just me. I'm not riding with you, and that's it. Okay. I think the amount should be based off of what the parents was providing the support to the kids. It's confident we have to hustle, pay that money for the loss that they cause. Okay. Okay, honey, James, I see you want to be seen. So here, let me get rid of you and block you real quick. And then you can look through the blinds. And knock on and look through the blinds, honey. You're right though. Weed and alcohol have different reactions for different people. Right. So I feel like this. You know, everybody, some people smoke weed and they just be real chill. All of it. I don't feel like being bothered with any of it behind the wheel. If that's just me. But Bentley's Law, I support it. I like her idea. So let me ask this. Everybody was trying to remove James. I was trying to figure out, look, James, is it young Dolph? I don't know who it is, but hello, you got my attention, sweetie. Okay, James is on that stuff, y'all. But so give me put a thumbs up emoji if you rock with Bentley's Law. Thumbs down if you don't. Let's see. Right, prescription. Anything that make you incapacitated where you can't pay attention and drive, you don't need to be on the road. And you need to be held accountable. I knew what it was. So Magic got home, drank along when he drove back. Damn, and flipped his truck. Thumbs up. A lot of thumbs up. Okay. A lot of thumbs up. Thumbs down, okay? Angela don't like it, okay? Some thumbs down coming through, okay? You gotta wait. It's other people in the blinds. Thumbs up, okay? We got the thumbs down. So it's kind of, you know, it's, but she's pushing for it, and I feel, what up, 7 Mile? I feel if you know, I've never had anyone lost from drunk driving. Nonetheless, I don't want anybody's family member to be lost. I feel a definite thumbs down. Okay. I feel a definite consequence needs to be happened. I asked you to put a thumbs up if you felt that Bentley's law would be good, where they make the drunk driver who killed a parent pay child support for that child. And put a thumbs down if you think that's a bad idea. Okay. So we gonna move on with the next story. But that was good conversation. I thought that was a good a good conversation to have. Where did I leave off? Hold on. Okay. Again, we back on a little bit of accountability. Let me see if I can find this accountability. Okay, look. They not playing about that Oxford shooting, honey. They want y'all to pay. You curious about the thumbs down? Some people just don't agree with it. They're not feeling it. Yeah. You think it's an amazing idea? Yeah, I rock with it. So some people don't, and I like that it's a variety of feels on it. So the school may have to face some legal consequences. Come on with the accountability. Okay? You rock with it, but it's not practical. If they make it practical, honey, we gonna see. Let me see what this gonna do.
They belong, no matter what.
Today, at about 12:51, we have over 100 911 calls into our
community, and certainly the first thoughts are prayers for the families and loved ones and friends that have been impacted by.
Our arms around the families, the affected children and school personnel, and this community. It is an unimaginable tragedy, and I just wanted to be here because I think this is an important moment for us to support one another, to support this community. I want to thank our
Tate and Hannah.
So this touches us all personally and deeply, and will for a long time. This wound, and we understand that, but we also want the community to know that we're here for them.
Today and the coming weeks and months, we will show up for them in any teaching and being an example of compassion as we raise our children. We will rise to the occasion and stand with them in their time of grief.
Shake it like that. Shake it like that. Oh, ma'am. So down here it says the Oxford, make sure I'm not muted. Hey, new people that came in here, I just saw my girl. Crap. Where'd she go? Melissa, hey, Michelle Jenkins. I didn't hear about this. What happened? You didn't hear about what? The school shooting? Oxford, Michigan had a school shooting. A 15-year-old came in with the gun that his parents bought. He posted it online and killed 4 people shooting up the school. That's the short version. K. Marie, hey, Stacy, Shanda, let me read this article really quickly. It says the Oxford Community School District could be hit with civil liability lawsuits in the coming weeks and months as more questions swirl around the actions of officials perhaps failed to take. Okay? The prosecutor has not said whether the school officials could face criminal charges. They're citing that it's an ongoing investigation, but experts say likely civil suits would follow in the footsteps of earlier legal battles fought against schools after massive shootings. After a shooter killed 17 people in Parkland, Florida in 2018, Why am I saying her name wrong? I want to call her Moroji and it's not. I just can't get her name out. It's Miss Stoneman Douglas. At the Stoneman Douglas High School, the school district paid out $25 million to families of 52 people affected by the shooting, selling in October. Okay, our attorneys may argue Opera High School officials demonstrated a substantial lack of concern. Teachers knew they were being told. They saw stuff written down. It would be argued that the students under their care were very possibly in danger. Okay. Expert says in time will tell. So they're dragging accountability, y'all, for everybody. Accountability for everybody. Yes, the mother texts the son and said, "Don't get caught." Excuse me. The parents are being held accountable. But wait, how about the parents are not giving the son a good lawyer? I think, here we go. The parents are making sure that they shit good. And of course, it's expensive, but the parents like, we gotta have a good lawyer, honey. You're gonna have to get this state appointed one, okay? It says the Crumleys got high profile lawyers, but not their son. When you decide to shoot everybody up, okay? James and Jennifer Crumley bought their son a gun for Christmas, but taxpayers are going to have to pay for his lawyer, and the parents are fending for themselves. The couple retained high-profile lawyers to defend them on the involuntary manslaughter charges connected to the shooting that left 4 students dead. Okay, he is being charged, their son, as an adult. The parents are being represented by Bloomfield attorneys Shannon Smith and Mario Lehman, previously represented convicted child molester and former U.S. Gymnastics Michigan State Dr. Larry Nassar. He's got life in prison without parole. Okay, she also defended Dr. Jumana Nagwala, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, in the nation's first female genital mutilation trial. I need to look that up and know how that went, because female genital mutilation, just the thought of it sickens me. Former U.S. football coach and criminal court. So they got good lawyers on their team. They son got a good old, state one. Okay, they leaving him high and dry. Baby, they was leaving him. Come on, they was leaving that boy high and dry anyway. They flew their ass to Detroit in the bushes. They went to the bush, and they're also speaking. Hey, Coco. Hey, Miss BX. Leon T. Hey, y'all. The parents will never see the light of day. Yeah, everybody trying not to see the light of day. Okay? It's all bad. It's all bad. The whole tragedy could have been a baby. Everybody, the accountability is coming. Hey, Big Daddy, the accountability is coming. The parents need to be given the same charges as the child. They're ultimately responsible for his actions. They placed the weapon in his hand recklessly. Whew, hunty. Yeah. Hey, Brittany. Yeah. So, I am, the whole thing is, y'all, I know we all watching it, okay? So, yeah. But did you hear about the YouTuber who was scuba diving and have discovered the car of some Tennessee teenagers who disappeared 21 years ago? Can you imagine a YouTuber have solved a crime? Okay, this is that YouTuber's channel. Let's see if it'll load up for you guys. Of course, it's loading slow because my internet hates me and wants to just be a dick. For the love of God. Hold on. Let me put it up here through to y'all. Oh, fix it, Jesus. I'm gonna need the share button to act like I'm trying to share something. So, a YouTuber discovers submerged car of Tennessee teens who disappeared 21 years ago. It said the scuba diver, who's a YouTuber, may have cracked the cold cases of two Tennessee teens who disappeared 21 years ago after discovering the car that they were last seen in at the bottom of a river. Aaron Foster, 18, Jeremy Betchel, 17, vanished April 3rd, 2000, leaving Foster's home. Okay? Steve said the members were alerted on November 28th that they did a sonogram and they found the teens' cars. Let me see if I can get y'all over to... Oh, wait. Here go the car right here. Hold on. This was a good little short little something. Okay? Listen, y'all coming in late. Y'all must be just getting to the raccoon park. I'm not going to go back down that line because I don't got time to be crying. Crying, laughing, that is. So this is them pulling that car out. This is the channel, Exploring with Nudge. And that's them pulling out that car. Girl, where do you find these stories? My Google alerts is set. And that's the car. I couldn't. Having an unsolved crime, I can't even imagine how painful it is to never know. I have not. They found a guy's remains today that had been missing for 45 years from my hometown. They have looked everywhere. The father even wrote a book called Friday Never Came. Wow. I'm glad that they found, but while his parents passed away, and they passed away not knowing where their baby was, I can't. You know, it's the non-closure to never know. Chaos drivers found one missing 7 years and one missing for 4 last 2 months. See, people getting discovered. But here, I just wanted to share. This was a cold case file. 21 years that car has been submerged. So that little bit of something. Where was I at? We got a man coming home. You know, when they do, that's why I'm always... Is that a Monte Carlo? I don't know. And I shouldn't have clicked off of it so fast. So that's me moving. That's me moving quick. Wrongfully convicted. It's really strange. They found his remains in the car. He was crossing the bridge, floating. Wow. Okay. Okay, it says here, wrongfully convicted Massachusetts man freed from jail. We've had several of these stories. You know, he's freed from jail from 27 years he spent after a 1995 conviction was vacated. James Lucian was sentenced more than 2 decades ago to life in prison in connection with the death of Ryan Edwards. Ryan was fatally shot the night of June 25th, 1994, during what prosecutors call a drug deal robbery in Roxbury. Lucian and a friend were going to buy cocaine from Edwards and his half-brother when the deadly violence unfolded, the Boston Globe reported. But on Tuesday, Judge Robert vacated the charges against him, who was in turn released from jail after serving more than 20 years for a crime he did not commit. I've been waiting 27 years for the opportunity to be free. Thank you, AJ, for putting that in the chat. 27 years.
For James Lucian himself as he walked through these doors of free men earlier today.
My internet is so disrespectful.
He and his family are not angry. They are just grateful to be together. James Lucian walking out of court a free man and into the arms of his family after spending 27 years in prison. The emotional reunion coming after a judge vacated his murder conviction.
I feel good because I'm with my family now. I've been waiting for a whole 27 years for this, and now I have an opportunity to be free.
Lucian, now 48, was serving a life sentence after a jury found him guilty in 1995 of murder and armed robbery. But the defense says he is an innocent victim of a corrupt police detective.
We believe if the investigation had been conducted properly, that it would have pointed to another suspect.
But the family of Ryan Edwards, the young man who was shot and killed, opposes Lucian's release.
I think it's horrible, but, you know, now he's free and there's nobody to help our family, and my brother's murder goes as another unsolved murder.
The judge urged the victim's family to place blame on the police detective, which the court found lied and tampered with evidence.
The person to blame is the lead detective in this case, Detective Brazel. If he had been honest and if he had done his job correctly, we would not be here.
Lucian and his family say they are not angry, just grateful for the outcome.
We've been praying for years. We just are so thankful that God has prevailed and victory has been served. We are so grateful.
Now, the judge was referring to a former Boston police detective, John Brazel. According to the DA's office, he was part of a corruption scheme in the department in the 90s. He testified against other officers, was given immunity, and is currently getting a pension. Live in Boston, Sarah Conji, WCVB News Center 5.
Sarah, thank you.
Milk Queen. Milk Queen. I love it. Y'all on it. The stop signs like we can't hear you. I know. Y'all, once I go mute, I can't go back. Soon as I hit the mute the one time, I can't go back. Yeah. Mute gate. Child, I can't. But isn't that sad? And then you leave out with no money. I gotta do my research. I want to go over a list one day, like just on another news thing, where we look at what each state offer when you get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? How much do states pay for wrongful conviction? Wrongful imprisonment, rather. I really am curious as to what do each state pay. Because Michigan don't pay shit. Like $52,000 or $50,000 a year. Oh, we might have found it. We might have found it. Because if you, and I think some of them actually want to max you out. No, they didn't mention he getting paid. Some people don't get paid. I guess they would have to do a civil. That you get a we sorry. Here, look, let me share this. This was from 2019. Hey, Miss Ellen, hey girl. Look what this say. This what I could pull up real quick, but I'm curious as to, can y'all see that? National, this was 2019 it says, okay? Y'all see that? Okay. So they cap you out at some stage. You the 2 million cap here. Okay. More than 20 years, 100,000. You can just look. I'll link this so y'all can just kind of look for y'all state. A lot of people doing 50,000. Look, Michigan. I told y'all it was 50,000. I think I said 52. Florida only going up as far as 2 million. 75,700 150,000 caps. So it's a cap of 500,000. No cap for MD, okay? Y'all, it's a mess. They don't even give you shit in New York. Is that what that's saying? No annual amount? I don't know. This is interesting. This is something, people walking out of jail. And then in Michigan, y'all, I heard in Michigan, you have to apply for the money. They don't just say, you did wrong. We made a mistake or bad. Okay? Here's your check. No, it's an application. And you have to meet qualifications. To me, what qualifications do I have to meet? Cha. Let's move right on, honey. Y'all ain't here cutting up, okay? She need to start gathering up rap. Y'all back on the raccoons. Oh God. And look, that sounds cute, but that's not how they go. Cause 52,000 a year, a lot of people can make more than that. And 50,000 a year, that's bullshit to pay someone that did 40 years. I mean, it's something. I ain't gonna knock it. It's something. Period. It's a travesty. Let's go here. So I'm not familiar with this young man, but he's passed on, and he dies. So former NFL player Glenn Foster dies after arrest in Alabama. He was arrested for driving twice the speed limit. He wound up in jail where he allegedly beat up another prisoner while trying to steal some socks. He showed signs of mental instability during court, the records show. The judge ordered him held for evaluation, and he died just hours. He died he died hours being in custody. The parents said he was diagnosed with mental problems. Another article, I don't know if it's going to be in this one, said he was bipolar. It's a mystery. As of Wednesday, they do not have the exact cause of death. But I hope they're going to sue. I can't get my son back, but whoever is responsible needs to pay. We want justice for our son. It's inhumane. It's inhuman. It's just not right. They say when they stopped him and handcuffed him, they took him to the jail and put him on charges of reckless endangerment, attempting to elude. He was healthy when he was in jail. Wasn't sick. The family came Saturday to bond him out to get him to get a medical assessment. But they said a hold was placed on him when he allegedly beat up another prisoner while trying to take some socks. The man needed medical attention. While being handcuffed, he fought against the cops, injured a deputy's nose. He was not compliant, yada yada. Still no reason for that man to be dead. Okay. They say what happened on his death Monday is unclear. He was diagnosed bipolar when he was about 20, but had mostly managed his illness before the arrest. So, yeah, passed away, killed. Okay. Yeah. Foster care. Okay. Foster mother seeks answers after 4-year-old boy found dead in abusive parent's home. A foster mother is speaking out after the child she considered her own was found dead following a trial visit. They just trying to see if you can keep your baby and you kill her. Damn, 4-year-old Judah Morgan lived in Knox, Indiana with his foster mother since he was a couple of months old. His foster mother is a cousin of the boy's father who lived nearby, even allowing his parents to visit. During one of Morgan's visits at the birth home, the tragedy occurred. He was found dead a little bit before 3 a.m. One person mentioned he wasn't breathing, while the 26-year-old mother said that a father lost his temper and hurt the kids. Court records said that the house was in a complete state of disarray when they arrived. Lawn filled with garbage. They was hit with urine and feces smell upon entering, finding 3 children inside with no adults. Authorities noted a matted and starving dog locked in a cage, trapped with his own excrement on the floor. Little Judah was found on the floor of the bedrooms, naked, covered in only a fuzzy blanket. Bruises, not breathing, and unconscious. The autopsy showed he died from blunt force. The foster family is asking what happened. So here's my thing as the foster parent. If you saw the red flags or anything like that, I would have went to the court and been like, no, ma'am. YouTuber comment, 1K real talk show. How can I donate? My Cash App is right there if you would like to donate, YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate you. How did you not see that the boy's home? The reason the kids weren't with the body. Right. Here, I'll put my Cash App there. Iamkeva. You would like to donate, it's not mandatory. I do appreciate any and all donations. Thank you so much. I'm confused. DSS can override the parents. Okay. The state be dropping the ball. Okay. And they put you in bad homes. Wow. That was supposed to be. This happens so much. On a trial visit, and the baby die. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. I know these conversations be triggering, but y'all know when I do my news, I cover everything. But let's get into this conversation here. You guys, the fact that he took his parents to court, okay? It's the fact that he took them to court. The children belong to the people that killed them. Those were the parents, the biological parents. Just the one little boy was in foster care. Too much dropping the ball. Exactly. Too much dropping the ball. Are there any parents in my chat? Because if they are, okay. Thank you, AJ, for posting that. Also, you can text them if you don't want to call. Absolutely. Trick Mama, you went through, Miss Coco, thank you for sharing that too. That was a lot. I don't know if you would ever want to come and talk about, give us some insight perhaps on what it was like being it's not something you have to do, but if you would want to one day, some of us, we may need that real conversation, to know what it's like going through foster care, but we definitely appreciate. This person here, he said, "I'm 41, and I took my parents to court, and he lost the bid to make his parents pay him an allowance for life." 41-year-old man living rent-free in his parents' $1 million apartment in London. The parents live in Dubai and have been financially supporting this boy for 20 years. After getting fed up, they finally decided to cut him off. It's noisy. It's a little noisy, which I don't want to copy. Thank you. Let's set that up for later in the week. We'll do a show dedicated to it, okay? Email me to remind me, and we'll get a date and a time. Thank you. So you guys, we're gonna have a conversation, okay? This man sued his parents for lifelong financial support. He claims he is dependent on his enormously wealthy elderly parents and want them to support him for the rest of his life. I don't understand, but it's the audacity for me that it even went to court. It's the audacity that it made it to court. He claims his claims were rejected. Thank you. Parents should be under no legal duty to support their adult children, however grave their need. This guy has a master's degree in taxation, okay? He's not underqualified to make a living. He can go work. He's also worked at a couple of law firms. His parents have been helping him pay utilities and bills. However, their financial support had been reducing over the years, and his parents' long-suffering and deteriorating relationship with their son led to the father wanting to cut him off. Why the son say he a vulnerable adult? Child. He say he got some health issues that qualify his parents to support him financially for the rest of his life. However, his parents refuted the claim and stated they were already paying him around $1,500 a month. I don't know what that is in that dollar amount. That would be, let me see, what is that in US dollars? $1,981.20 a month. And they didn't want to do any more than that. While the court didn't get involved with their decision of paying the son, okay, they did speak in favor of the parents and dismiss his health issues. At the end of the day, they said no. And it says this isn't the first time he took them to court. Y'all, I'm going to stop sharing because I want to put my hands on that boy. Okay? Now, here goes some accountability. Okay? Some accountability. Laziness. Listen. I am just now looking at my cash apps. Thank you. Thank you. I see all of you. Thank you very much. Yes, blame the parents. I'm glad that they said the judge said no. This is foolishness and fuckery, okay? My kids would never, okay? The parents spoiled them. But it's the fact that he felt comfortable to take their money. He took their money and took them to court. Damn. He will be living off a man or a woman soon, okay? Child. Y'all, he just spoiled and lazy. I'm going to let you say it. I'm going to let you have the floor, okay? Oh, I like Tough Love. Thank you. I watch his content. Yes, he good people. Oh, Lord. Yes. Your kids gonna pay you. Yes. He said, y'all gotta pay me for life. Oh, thank you, Coco. He said, no black kid would ever. Listen, we better watch the news. Do you hear me? You better watch the news because that's how it happened. That's how it happened. Let's get into this next one. And I'm trying to wonder, are we being punked with this next article? Okay. Are we being punked? Let me share this screen. Y'all, I'm about to hurry it up. When I get to talking, these was some good articles. Some good conversations. Listen right here. I don't understand what's happening here. Okay? A jobless man tells his wife, stop buying formula so we can have Netflix. Excuse me, sir? If she don't punch him in his mouth and fast, and let me just put the disclaimer. I do not condone violence. Okay? I do not condone violence. But you still should punch him in the mouth. I do not condone violence. Imagine you the breadwinner of your relationship and your husband is currently unemployed and stays home with your children. Mind you, I see that. I see nothing wrong there. If she make more, we're in a pandemic, child care is expensive, or you don't have it in your area because of the pandemic. Okay. Husband said, you know what, I'll go ahead and watch the kids. You make the most money to support us, you know. However, he still uses some of your money to pay for Netflix, Hulu, HBO, ESPN. Once you realize you keep cutting back costs on things that are necessary. She was cutting out personal hygiene, okay? She's cutting out things that's important, okay? You sit down with your husband and you say, you know, you can't afford all these streaming services. You got to pick one. Then it becomes an argument. And he suggests to stop buying formula for the 9-month-old. He said that I was trying to financially control him. I would have threw that man out on the damn streets. Hello? New article. Jobless man homeless as well. Baby, what? Don't buy the formula so you can continue to watch Netflix? He said I was financially controlling, and since I got offended, okay, he said, well, you waste money on makeup. Excuse me? He said I was trying to financially control him since I got offended when he pointed out that I waste money on makeup and explained that he cannot and will not be bought with money no matter how desperate he is. She continued, I said, okay, let me cancel all the streaming services and keep one till he can pay for them when he finds a job. But he refuses and said since he's a stay-at-home mom, then all those streaming services are a right and not a privilege. He wanted her to keep paying for the services and stop complaining since he has the taxing job of staying home with the couple's son. So this just enlightened me that they decided this by choice. He can go get a job. Boy, bye. Shut your white mouth. I thought, because I hadn't read this article, I just saw the title and wanted to share it. I thought he was sick, disability, couldn't find a job, you know. He said, fuck them kids. Amen. He definitely said, fuck them kids. Monique, get your ass out of, y'all, that's Monique in the chat, my baby girl that had the accident. She is such, she irritates. Listen, I can't stand Monique. You about to be blocked, my own daughter. She really? No, I can't. You said you go. Don't you dare report my channel. Monique, they talking about leave you alone. All right, fuck it. All right, whatever. Oh yeah, okay, right. Jay, tell her to leave me alone. Okay, right. Shut your white mouth. Don't buy formula. Excuse me. He would have been picking up. He would have been picking up his teeth in the midst of canceling Netflix subscription. Monique, they said it's good to see you. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but they showing you some love, honey. And they telling me to leave you all the way alone, okay? They got your back over here, okay? They telling me to leave you alone. Baby, I don't condone violence, but you tried it. Ain't that what Sean Davis said? You tried it. You could never. What? They talking about, hey, Monique. Well, we're going to talk about, I got one more thing after this one. And it brings up an important subject, you guys, because I'm going to wrap us up. Monique, she woke up my dog. Okay, y'all. I see y'all all on Monique's side. Okay? I see what this come down to. Okay? Now, this here speaks to having that conversation with your family. Right, is he gonna breastfeed that baby, okay? Monique, they talking about I woke my dog. Monique, they all, yes, Monique. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Y'all not finna gang up on me with Monique. Cause that's what I see this chat. That's where I see this chat. Okay, Monique. Get out of my chat, Monique. Stop harassing my live stream. This is the thing. This says my late mother's will was signed under suspicious circumstances. My father ransacked $2 million from her estate. He now lives with his much younger wife. Okay? This is a Dear Quentin letter. And it just speaks basically to having your affairs in order. Okay? Hey, Goddess. Hey, Tribal, I think I spoke to you. If I didn't speak to anybody, y'all know I love y'all and hello. But having your affairs in order, having that talk with your mother, if your mother is in her right mind, be quiet for a second. We want to talk to Monique. Wow. That's what the chat do?
Mama, who is Tribal Lotus Flower? Tell them I said hello and I said hi.
My daughter said, hello, Tribal Lotus Flower. First of all...
Girl, they go hard for me.
Yeah, they going hard for you. Clearly. They told me to shut it up. They talk about, hey, Monique. Wow, that's what's up. Okay. Don't bring your ass to my camera.
Why can't I say
Because we got I cannot, I've already...
Nacho can be in the camera, but I can't be in the camera?
Because we already had a bitch dox me. I will be damned if she get a picture of my daughter and do. I don't want to flip out on the internet. So put your hand.
Right, she gonna find me.
That's okay. Listen.
So Nacho can be in the camera, but I can't be in the camera.
Where Nacho? Oh.
In the camera.
Monique, peek your fucking head in this camera.
And her hair not did.
Right, her hair not did. She out here. Wow, y'all.
Give me a ponytail holder.
She talking about a ponytail holder. Put a. Y'all, right, listen, I'm telling you.
She about to put a mask on.
Right, look, they like, stay out the camera. Because we trying not to say names, but stay out the camera. They just know that they love you. Put your hand in the camera so they can see your hand so they know it's real, Monique. Come on.
Hey, y'all.
She talking about, hey, y'all. They talking about, we love you. Yeah, his name is the cat is Nacho. They said it's all love.
Put your hand in the camera.
Right, girl. I don't got time. But okay, y'all done disrupted my live. Let me get through my news now. We want Monique. Ooh, yo. Right, they want Monique. I'm trying.
That's Bria from my job.
Where's she? Hey, Bria.
I'm in there too, Bria.
I saw I see y'all. Her friends in there. Listen, it's all love, money, but we don't trust the YouTube trolls. Exactly, okay? So, yeah. But back to my news, okay? Back to my news. Getting your parents' estates, getting your things in order, okay? Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm still heated about what was said, but we passed that, okay? We not technically past it, but we passed it. Because that's my baby and I fell away, but we passed it. But anyway, this happens in real life more than we think. Your mother, your parents, your father, you're not having your wills in order, you're not having insurance, you having someone come in and, take clearly, take money from the family. And it's nothing she can do. They actually told her that she waited too long. This man took out investments, took money, and gave her no money. And mind you, excuse me, the spouse, thank you, I love y'all too. Your spouse, legally married, they have every right. It's their money, and if they choose to give it to the child, unless you put it in a will. So that was just a little short point as never forget, nobody want to talk about death. Like, hey, when you die, I'm thinking, yes, your father did a family trust. You need to have something in place, okay? To protect your children, because death changed people. You think shit be sweet and somebody died and it's like, what? What kids? So that was really that. One more and we done. Y'all done rocked out with your girl. We done got through all my news. Okay? But what did y'all hear? The club not open? The club not open. Yes. Getting your mom's affairs in order. Monique. She say, Monique, you sent your mama $5?
Not send it back.
No, wait a minute. My daughter talking about send that $4.99 back. Monique, don't do your mama like that. She said they will throw hands and go to jail if she try.
I can read. I'm literate.
Get out of my trip.
Ooh, don't do that online.
Hey, Chet. Hey, Sharp. So, lastly, y'all heard about Scott Peterson? Yes, took all the inheritance. That's a mess. Hey, Meanie. Scott Peterson gets a new life sentence in his wife's murder after being on death row, okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. What y'all heating up? I hear the microwave. Yeah, so that's my... Listen, my chat has gone left, okay? Because y'all in here moving stuff in the kitchen, slamming doors. You see that, Stephanie? She said send it back. You understand me? Okay? Thank you. Smash the like button. Club Kiva has... I'm not going to play with y'all. We going to get on my last article. I'm not about to play with y'all. We gonna make it through. Scott Peterson has gotten life after all these years on death row. He was convicted in 2002 of killing his wife and unborn child and was re-sentenced to life without parole on Wednesday. And he has been on death row for more than a decade. The re-sentencing came after California Supreme Court last year overturned his death sentence for improper screening of jurors for bias, and later said a lower court should determine whether he gets a new trial. Wow. Child, it take one mistake, one loophole. This man gonna be walking free. The court, however, did not overturn his conviction and said a considerable amount of circumstantial evidence incriminated Peterson. Okay. Pat Harris, one of Peterson's defense attorneys, said his client wanted to speak at the hearing, but the judge did not allow for allocation and was given the sentence preordained. Peterson convicted of first-degree murder of his wife and second-degree murder of their second son, who was named Connor. Okay. At sentencing, she called the sister called her evil. The mother called him evil. They plan to have a hearing next year to consider whether juror misconduct prejudiced Peterson and if there should be a new trial. Harris argued Wednesday that certain mitigating factors supported Peterson's innocence and claimed Peterson has shown no remorse or unfair, and he maintains his innocence. So, they're trying. I don't know what to say about. I don't. Some jurors were improperly dismissed after saying they personally disagreed with the death penalty, but could impose it in the following law. However, in considering whether Peterson should get a new trial, the judge will look at whether jurors did false answers during the selection process. One of the jurors did not disclose that she was beaten by a boyfriend while pregnant, and sought a restraining order against a boyfriend's ex-girlfriend in which she feared for her unborn child. That might have made her biased. So that was interesting. This is a mess. So yeah. So we have done the news. Y'all hung with your girl. My wig held strong. Okay. Did you say barely? The sister-in-law wants him free. Yeah, and I read like in some of the court that she had a coffin. They called it a coffin birth. And I'm like, do it come out vaginally? Do the body explode and the baby come out? Like I couldn't like visualize coffin birth, but at the end of the day, listen, my kids is roasting me in the comments. This is what I really, Monique? Wow, that's for us. Thank you, she a hater. This what we doing in the comments, Monique. Get out of my chat. Wow, I didn't realize I was getting roasted in the comments. Yeah, that's what my baby do, okay? But the curly wig is in place. Thank you, Bria. Thank you for the super chat. You about to get kicked out. The side bang. Listen. She talking about my friends. Listen, they said your mom is beautiful. Be nice, Monique.
I didn't say you was ugly. I said your wig was ugly.
That's it for the news, okay? We've done our little news. Y'all hung with me. We had some very interesting topics. Okay, tell your children to leave me alone. I got it off Amazon and it is no longer for sale, but I found a new Afro wig I'm buying. It is like $23. I'm going to get it, try it out. When you see me come on with my Afro, you'll know. You love, thank you, baby. Thank you, because my kids, they not showing me love right now. Put Monique in time out. Thank you, Bria. Okay. Drop the link. I will. Thank you, J Money. Oh, wait. She talking bad about the great value. She is. Monique. Really?
Not Caroline. Come on and ask for one of them wigs. Caroline, don't do that to me like that. I ain't down that way.
Y'all, thank you. I appreciate everybody that came through. You guys, it is 2 hours, okay? Thank you, AJ. Okay, right. They are, it's the Kroger bag upgraded. I see me roasting to be, yes, listen, I'll take all the roasting because my baby is alive and well. This is Monique roasting. That's what my baby do, and she's allowed to do it. I'm here for it. Okay. This you gotta lose weight with. Yeah, not the great value. Yes. Yes. You know what? Yeah. So we're gonna end the live here. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna end it. Your house is giving me life, girl. And they visited. Like, they came over here to visit and roast me. Like, no, we not. I know we not. I know we not. But apparently we are. Get out of here, Monique. Monique, get out of my chat. Don't comment nothing else in my chat. Get out of my chat. They talking about what time I'm coming back. Y'all, it is 11:30. I am not coming back. I gotta... Mama, can you make me something to eat? Listen, that's going to be the screenshot. Kiva online, not feeding her children. Why is she trying to be online? Let me go ahead and end this live. Let me tell you. Because you'll never had that. I'm injured. Really? Really? Really, Monique? Really? So that can get screenshot and put up across the internet? We hungry? Really? Did you just put we hungry in chat? These is grown people at my house. Just FYI, 19 and 18. Y'all ain't shit. Stop putting Can you imagine the screenshot? A whole fucking video about to come. I knew she wasn't shit. 1,300 videos. No, thank you. Clearly, feed that baby. What baby? What? Baby. Listen, 1,300 videos about I'm trifling. I don't feed my kids. They hungry. Girl, I don't got time. Break own ass kids, okay? She gonna be like, it's gonna be called not the bang, okay? Come and get this cheeseburger, eating all the cheeseburgers, not feeding her fucking kids. Really, Jay? For 75 cents a day, you could feed us? Get the fuck out of my chat. Then y'all in the comments, feed them. She going live. Right. That's going to be the title. She not feeding her interest starving baby. Oh my God. Really? Bria? Bria, did you just... Bria, that's her best friend on the phone. Y'all really... Yeah, I see what's up. Girl, she's talking about my wigs need a channel of their own. Come get this wig! Wait, it does my... Listen, AJ! Bye, AJ. Oh, my God.
I'm putting that in the family group chat right now.
Y'all, my daughter screenshot the chat talking about she finna put that in the family group chat. Y'all ain't right. That's the love I get over here in chat. Y'all cannot. Ooh. Okay, it's been real. I have to get my new intro. It's specifically for the club. I thought I put it in my, it's not on my computer. I gotta figure it out so we can share it. But guys, it's been real. I enjoyed the chat. My baby, as you see, she's doing well. Because they making money. I gave 99 cents instead of 70. Oh, they talking about that wig is the backup page. Oh, hair flip. Okay, hair flip. If they ever got gifts, GIF, that could come in these comments, child, girl, goodbye. I enjoyed the chat. This was great. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Stephanie. I do. I love my family. They are amazing. Kiva's wig said, shut your white mouth. I got to play that. Let me find that one time for you. Let me find that. Really? Let's play that. One time. Oh, really? Did they take that? Let me see. Preacher. I'm gonna be mad if I can't find that. Why I feel like they done took that out of the. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's get it.
Now let me say something right quick. I think back on the African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here. If you're one of those people that you got problem with, black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth. Because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you was raised in the deep south and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system.
Period. So, if you knew, when you hear shut your white mouth, it is scripture, okay? Shut your white, what? You better preach. Y'all, I enjoyed the commentary. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm not going to promise y'all that I'm going to come back and do the club. Because we climbing through the windows. Do not climb through the windows of the club, okay? Listen, I'm getting the t-shirts. I'm trying. People don't, they want a tank top and everything. I got to get the merch. I got the other merch up, but I got to add that to the collection. They talking about 2 songs. No, because 2 songs lead to all night. I'm not. Boy, it is only 30. Maybe I can do 30 minutes. Let me wrap this up and come back and do it. I might. Let me see. I don't know. Goodbye. I'm not playing with y'all. Goodbye. I'm not. It is time to go. Good day. You better shut it. Bye, y'all.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know? Don't judge me. I just wish he knew. That's just like you. I miss you all the time. I need you. I want you. I think you're really cool. Yeah, that's what I said.